What is up guys, it's Jay-Z here and welcome back for another Godfall build video. Today I have a very new build only for Mesa. This build is based around doing crazy ailment damage as well as really strong weapon tick damage. As you saw in the intro, it is quite powerful. So let's get straight into the build. Now if you have the DLC, you will have access to a new charm and amulet which can be dropped with double primary stats. The best charm to use for a poison build is the God PS5. You can spread poison to the surrounding enemies with each kill. Since now we can use our weapon tick to inflict ailments, this charm is very strong now. But the one downfall is that we can only use this when you have a weapon tick up really fast. So we need to be able to constantly recharge our weapon tick as well. What you'll be looking for is the trait from the Lion's Talisman and the God PS5 on the Meteor Star charm. Now you will need to farm this for a while to get those two to pop up on the charm. But once you get it, then it will be all worth it. No matter what secondary stats you get on it, you should still just use it as it works almost amazingly. The primary weapon you are looking for is the Obsidian Blades. Mesa's Valorplate trait is that you can inflict poison with your polarity attacks, and this weapon will charge your polarity super quick. Make sure it isn't Earth DPS though, otherwise you won't be able to inflict poison with your weapon tick. I am using this Twin Dragon that has good secondary primary that gives you bonus damage, but it's not necessary to use at all. So you can constantly inflict poison with your dual blades, and your charm will keep spreading it with each kill. But why stop there? Why not make the poison enemies blow up while you're at it as well? There is a charm that gives you this effect when you kill ignited enemies, but since we need that poison spread and weapon tick charge on the charm, we then bring in our trusty greatsword. There are two greatswords that have this perk to blow up ignited enemies when killed. Get one of these to use, whichever one you want is fine. I'm using the Eye of the Unknown because it comes with a cool elemental spawn when you soul shatter them. Now it's not necessary to use this at all. Now the elementals don't do crazy damage, but mostly what you will use them for is to inflict ignite onto enemies, as most of their explosions always end up inflicting ignite on them. For the amulet, you can basically use anything you want, just make sure you have good stats on them. I have a good one with crit chance, weak point and weapon tick on it, so I'm using this one. If you have a better amulet on something else, you can use that. Your rings are pretty simple. Both will be able to inflict ailments with your weapon tick. One will expose weak points when you inflict ailments, and one will give you overhealth per kill on ailment inflicted enemies. Lifestone and banner still the same with Archon's tier and Mesa's banner. Let's take a look at the augments and skills. Now since you are using dual blades, you will be very squishy because you don't have an invincible attack like the longsword's Northern technique or your pole arms. So we will get loyalty, which will help us get our Archon Fury up faster. Then we will get Force Fire just for added damage during your rampage. Focus and Lion's Pride for extra overhealth to survive better in both Tower and Lightbringer mode. Then we use Rift. Since we will be attacking ailment inflicted enemies most of the time, this will come in really handy. Divine Conduit just for added Archon Fury charge speed. Then the three most important for damage dealing. Starting with Twilight Bloom with good weapon tick damage so we can get crazy amounts of damage from both our dual blades and our greatswords. Then Carnage will give us awesome crit damage. Make sure to place it in this position to get the most out of it, otherwise you won't get much. Then lastly we are using the Excavation. This gives us bonus damage with each crit, which is just great to have. Here is a quick look at our skill tree. Now make sure to get a little bit into polarity attack and make sure to charge up completely on your ailments to get the most out of the damage. Now what works great is that you will use your dual base to attack and your weapon tick for real DPS and spreading poison. Your polarity charges on crit, so you will be charging it pretty fast. Whenever you see a big flock of enemies around you, just pop your polarity, and when you do, their weak points will be exposed since you inflicted poison on them. You then just hit them with your weapon tick on your greatsword and watch the fireworks. Make sure to charge your greatsword's weapon tick up and then switch back to dual blades if you need to, so that when you do use your polarity from your dual blades, your greatsword's weapon tick will be ready to use straight away. Your damage will be absolutely insane. Poison and fire also do great dot damage. Most of the times, just the spread from the poison will be able to kill the smaller enemies on its own. Make sure to get some of your gear to have ailment power stat on it. This is a real fun build to play with, and you can easily do the towers as well as Lightbringer mode with 3 dark tiers. If you ever are having trouble, you can always switch your secondary to use the last victory for more healing. Hope you guys enjoyed the build. I had a blast both making and playing with this build, and hope you guys do as well. Comment down below what you guys think and what adjustments you guys are looking to make to it. I look forward to hearing from you all. I shall catch you all next time.